Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Meow. Today, I will teach you the big mistakes that stop you from learning English, which will help you get more accustomed to and understand the English environment in real life. Learning English can be exciting and useful, but many people make big mistakes that stop them from improving. These mistakes can make learning slow or even frustrating. Understanding these mistakes and avoiding them can help you learn faster and enjoy English more. One common mistake is trying to learn too many words at once. Some learners make a long list of words and try to remember them all in one day. This can be overwhelming. The brain cannot remember too many words at the same time. Instead, learning a few words every day and using them in sentences is more effective. Using words in speaking and writing helps the brain remember them naturally. Another mistake is focusing only on reading and writing. Many students spend most of their time reading books or writing sentences, but do not practice speaking or listening. Learning English is not only about understanding words on paper. Speaking and listening are very important for daily communication. If you do not practice speaking, your mouth does not get used to English sounds. If you do not practice listening, your brain will have trouble understanding real conversations. It is important to balance reading, writing, speaking, and listening in your study routine. Many learners also worry too much about making mistakes. They want to speak perfectly and avoid errors at all costs. This fear can stop you from speaking at all. Making mistakes is a normal part of learning. Each mistake teaches your brain something new. If you are too afraid, you do not practice, and your improvement is slow. It is better to speak even with mistakes, correct them, and learn from them. Over time, speaking becomes more natural, and confidence grows. Another big mistake is learning English only at home or in the classroom. English is a language, and languages are used to communicate. If you study English only in one place, your brain does not get used to using it in real life. Using English outside of lessons is very important. You can speak to friends, watch videos, listen to songs, or even talk to yourself in English. Daily practice in real situations trains your brain and mouth together. Some learners rely too much on translation. They think in their native language first, then try to translate to English. This slows down speaking and makes sentences sound unnatural. It is better to start thinking in English, even with simple words. For example, when you see a cat, think, "The cat is small," instead of translating from your language. Thinking directly in English trains your brain to react faster and helps your mouth speak naturally. Another common mistake is practicing English without a plan. Some learners study randomly, opening a book or watching a video without clear goals. This can waste time and slow progress. Having small daily goals is very helpful. For example, you can decide to learn 5 new words, practice one short conversation, or listen to a story for 10 minutes. A plan gives your brain focus, and your mouth practices regularly. Many learners also avoid speaking to other people. They study alone for months, but never talk to anyone in English. Speaking with others is very important. Conversations help you use words and sentences naturally. Even short conversations every day make a big difference. If you are too shy or afraid, start with simple sentences with friends or classmates. Gradually, You will feel confident speaking in more situations. Another mistake is repeating the same study methods every day. For example, reading the same book or repeating the same exercises can become boring. The brain learns better with variety. Listening to songs, watching videos, reading different stories, and speaking about new topics makes learning more interesting. Variety also helps the brain connect English words with different situations. This trains your mouth to use English naturally in many contexts. Many learners forget to review. Learning new words or grammar rules is important, but reviewing old material is equally necessary. If you do not review, your brain may forget what you learned. A short review every day or week helps your brain remember better. You can read sentences, speak them aloud, or write them again. Reviewing strengthens your memory and makes speaking smoother. Using only books is another mistake. Books are useful, but real-life English is different. Native speakers do not always use textbook sentences. Listening to real conversations, songs, or videos helps you understand how people speak naturally. You can repeat sentences and practice speaking in a real style. This makes your English sound natural, and your brain learns faster. Some learners focus too much on grammar. Grammar is important, but trying to speak perfectly can stop you from speaking at all. If you spend too much time thinking about grammar rules, your sentences may become slow or unnatural. It is better to speak and learn grammar from practice. Your brain will remember rules automatically when you use them in real conversations. Finally, a big mistake is comparing yourself with others. Many learners see others who speak English well and feel discouraged. Everyone learns at their own pace. Comparing slows you down and reduces confidence. It is better to focus on your own progress. Celebrate small improvements every day. Speaking a new sentence correctly or remembering a word is success. Small steps lead to big results. Another mistake that stops learners is using English only for study, not for real communication. Some students learn words and grammar, but never speak or write about real situations. English is a tool for communication, so it must be used daily. You can describe your day, talk about your feelings, or ask simple questions to friends. Using English in daily life trains your brain and mouth together, making it easier to speak naturally. Many learners rely too much on dictionaries. Looking up every word slows learning. If you stop to translate every sentence, you cannot speak fluently. It is better to guess the meaning from context or learn key words and phrases. Over time, your brain learns to understand English faster, and your mouth can speak without thinking too much about each word. Ignoring listening practice is another big mistake. Some learners read and write well but cannot understand spoken English. Listening daily is very important. You can listen to short stories, conversations, or songs. After listening, repeat sentences aloud. This trains your brain to understand English sounds and helps your mouth speak naturally. Even a few minutes every day makes a difference. Another mistake is learning alone for a long time. Group practice or speaking with partners is very effective. Conversations with others are unpredictable. You need to think, listen, and speak quickly. This strengthens your brain and trains your mouth to produce English sentences naturally. Even short daily conversations help a lot. Skipping practice with simple sentences is also a mistake. Some learners try to speak long or difficult sentences immediately. This can be frustrating. Starting with simple sentences like, I feel happy today, or I go to school, helps your brain organize words and your mouth practice easily. Gradually, you can add more words and longer sentences. Simple sentences are the foundation of good English. Another common error is forgetting to practice regularly. Some students study hard for one day but then stop for a week. English needs daily practice. Speaking a little every day is better than studying a lot only once. Daily habits make your brain faster and your mouth more comfortable with English. Finally, a big mistake is being impatient. Learning English takes time. Many learners want fast results and get frustrated. Frustration can stop learning completely. It is important to be patient, practice every day, and enjoy small improvements. Speaking a new word, making a sentence, or understanding a story is progress. Small daily steps lead to strong English skills over time. Another mistake that stops learners is not practicing speaking aloud. Many students read and write silently, but do not say words. Speaking aloud is very important. When you read a sentence, try to say it clearly. Your mouth gets used to English sounds, and your brain remembers words faster. Even speaking to yourself for a few minutes a day helps a lot. Relying only on one learning method is also a common error. Some learners use only books or only apps. Using different methods makes learning more effective. You can read a story, watch a video, listen to a song, write sentences, and speak with friends. Variety trains your brain in different ways and helps your mouth speak naturally in many situations. Another mistake is not practicing listening carefully. Some learners hear English but do not focus on understanding it. Active listening is very important. Pay attention to words, phrases, and how sentences are spoken. After listening, repeat aloud what you heard. This helps your brain understand sounds and your mouth speak naturally. Listening and repeating are very effective exercises. Many learners ignore daily practice with short sentences. Even simple sentences like, I feel happy, I am tired, or I like music are very useful. Practicing these sentences daily trains your brain and mouth to use English naturally. Short sentences are easy to remember and very practical in conversations. Another mistake is stopping learning after a few weeks. Some learners start with motivation but give up when it becomes difficult. Learning English is a long process. Consistent practice is the key. Even if you practice only 10 or 15 minutes every day, your brain and mouth improve steadily. Regular practice is better than long sessions, only occasionally. Some learners make the error of thinking that grammar is the most important. Grammar is useful, but trying to speak perfectly can stop you from speaking at all. It is better to speak and learn grammar from practice. Over time, your brain notices patterns, and your sentences become correct naturally. Speaking confidently is more important than being perfect. Another big mistake is comparing yourself with others. Everyone learns at their own speed. Comparing yourself to someone who speaks well can reduce your confidence. Focus on your own progress. Celebrate small successes, like speaking a new sentence correctly or remembering a word. Small achievements build confidence and motivation. Finally, not enjoying the learning process is a mistake. Learning English can be fun. Use songs, videos, stories, and conversations to practice. When learning is enjoyable, your brain remembers faster, and your mouth speaks more naturally. Fun practice makes improvement easier and keeps you motivated for a long time. Another mistake is ignoring real-life practice. Some learners study English only in books or apps, but never use it in daily life. English is a language for communication. To improve, you need to speak, listen, read, and write in real situations. For example, you can order food in English, ask simple questions to friends, or describe your day. Using English in daily life trains your brain to think and your mouth to speak naturally. Relying too much on translation is another common mistake. Thinking in your native language and then translating slows you down. Sentences may sound unnatural, and speaking becomes slow. It is better to start thinking in English, even with simple words. For example, when you see a dog, think, "The dog is running," instead of translating from your language. Thinking directly in English trains your brain and helps your mouth speak more easily. Some learners make the mistake of ignoring mistakes. They try to speak perfectly, but this stops progress. Making mistakes is normal. Each mistake teaches your brain and helps your mouth improve. Speaking with errors is better than not speaking at all. Over time, your confidence grows, and speaking becomes natural. Another error is studying only one skill. English has reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Some learners focus only on reading or grammar. This makes it hard to communicate. It is important to practice all skills. Reading books, writing sentences, listening to stories, and speaking aloud help your brain and mouth work together. Balanced practice makes learning faster. Many learners also forget to review. Learning new words or sentences is not enough if you do not repeat them. Reviewing helps your brain remember. You can read sentences, speak them aloud, or write them again. Daily review makes words and expressions natural when you speak. Using only easy materials is another mistake. Some learners never try slightly difficult sentences or conversations. Avoiding challenges slows progress. It is okay to make mistakes with harder sentences. Your brain will learn new words and sentence patterns, and your mouth will practice longer sentences. Gradually, you will speak better. Another mistake is studying without goals. Random studying is less effective. Setting small goals, like learning 5 new words, listening to a short story, or speaking for 10 minutes, gives focus. Goals help your brain work more efficiently, and your mouth practices regularly. Achieving small goals motivates you to continue. Finally, ignoring daily practice is a mistake. English improves with daily use. Even short sessions of speaking, reading, listening, or writing every day are better than long sessions only occasionally. Regular practice trains your brain and mouth steadily. Consistency is more important than long hours. Finally, it is important to combine all the methods you have learned. Start your day by thinking in English. Describe your feelings, your plans, or what you see. For example, I feel happy because it is sunny. I will go to the park. I see a bird outside. Thinking in English trains your brain to process words directly, and your mouth learns to speak sentences naturally. During the day, try to speak English whenever possible. Talk to friends, classmates, or family. Ask questions like, "How do you feel today?" or "What are you doing?" Listen to their answers and respond in full sentences. For example, I feel tired, but I am happy because I walked in the park. Real conversations make your brain react quickly and help your mouth speak fluently. Reading aloud is another effective method. Pick a short story, article, or even a social media post. Read slowly and clearly. Repeat difficult words and sentences. Reading aloud trains your brain to organize sentences and your mouth to move naturally. This helps you speak smoothly in real conversations. Writing about your day or experiences is also very useful. Keep a short diary or write sentences about what you did. For example, I felt nervous because I had a test. I felt happy because I finished it. I felt relaxed after listening to music. After writing, read your sentences aloud. Writing organizes your thoughts, and speaking them trains your mouth to speak naturally. Listening to videos, songs, or short conversations in English is another key method. Repeat sentences you hear, like, "I feel nervous about the test," or "I feel happy because I met my friend." Listening and repeating helps your brain remember expressions and trains your mouth to speak confidently. Another important point is using English in daily life. Describe feelings, activities, or things around you when you cook, clean, walk, or shop. Speak in English. For example, I feel happy because the food smells good. Or I feel tired but satisfied because I cleaned the room. Daily practice connects words with experiences and helps your mouth speak naturally. Remember, mistakes are normal. Every mistake teaches your brain and mouth something new. Do not worry if you make errors. Speaking with mistakes is better than not speaking at all. Be patient and practice every day. Celebrate small achievements, like speaking a sentence correctly or learning a new word. Finally, enjoy the process. Use songs, stories, conversations, and daily activities to practice English. Fun and consistent practice makes your brain learn faster and your mouth speak naturally. Avoiding the big mistakes that stop learning, practicing every day, and being patient leads to steady progress. Over time, you will speak English confidently and fluently. Learning English is possible for everyone with the right habits and consistent effort. Thank you all for listening to today's English article. Please do keep going. No matter what, never stop learning. One day, you will see a completely different version of yourself.